start off with reading Luke 14. I'm going to start on verse 25. I'm going to read it, New International Version, NIV. And it says, it's the cost of being a disciple. This is like similar to what I talked about a few weeks ago. But I'm going to start. It says, large crowds were traveling with Jesus. And turning to them, he says, if anyone comes to me and does not hate father, mother, wife, children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple. He says, unless you hate your mother, father, wife, children, doesn't matter who, you cannot be my disciple. And so you might think like, that I thought you told us to love everybody. Jesus, right? Isn't it love thy neighbor? And Paul says in Ephesians 5, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Right? I thought we were supposed to love. And Jesus is telling us, unless you hate your wife, unless you hate your husband, you cannot be my disciple. And so what he's saying is, he's really emphasizing like, I am first. Right? If you really want to be my disciple, I am first. And it's like as if you hated them. Like in Romans 9, you can get like confused when God says, Jacob I love, but Esau I hated, right? These twin brothers. I love Jacob, but I hated Esau. But what he's saying is not that he just like hates, but he's really emphasizing the point, like I've chosen Jacob, or like if we like truly want to be Christians, we have to put Jesus over anybody. It doesn't matter who, our family, it doesn't matter who. So our love to God, or our love to Jesus, compared to everybody else, it's like you hate them. And then he says, and whoever does not carry their cross and follow me cannot be my disciple. Right? Unless you give up your life, you cannot be my disciple. Right? And in their time, right, when Jesus said this, they knew exactly what he was talking about. They knew like crucifixion. They knew that meant death. And today, we have to be willing to give up our lives too. Even if it was like, of course, if it came to like as a martyr, like I have to physically die for my faith, then yes, if it ever came to that, but figuratively too, like I'm going to give up the things that I want to do. Right, Lord, not my will, but yours be done. I'm going to die to myself. That's why the Bible says that over and over. All right, but then he gives an analogy. Verse 28, he says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying this person began to build and wasn't able to finish. So what he's saying is like, say you're going to build something, won't you first sit down and count the cost, count everything that you have? Yeah. What is the cost before you even start? Because if you start and lay a foundation and you don't finish, it says people are going to mock you. They're going to make fun of you. They're like, you didn't even finish. Right? That's what he's saying. And then verse 31, he gives another one. He says, or suppose a king is about to go to war against another king, won't he first sit down and consider whether he's able to, with 10,000 men, oppose one coming with 20,000? If he's not able, he will send a delegation, will ask for terms of peace. Right, so he's saying, he's comparing to a king who has like 10,000 soldiers going against 20,000. Won't you count the cost first? And you're like, okay, we're outnumbered. Here, peace, let's have peace, man. Like he's just saying, count the cost first. And then finally he says, in the same way, those of you who cannot give up everything, you cannot be my disciples. And when I first read this, I was confused. I was like, I don't see the correlation with that. But what he's saying is, if you really want to follow me, if you really want to be my disciple, because there's large crowds with him, he's saying you have to give up your life. Count the cost, you have to give up your life. Alright, so I'm gonna go to Psalms 44. And I don't say that like trying to like deter anybody from being a Christian. But I'm going to read Psalm 44 real quick. It says, it's the sons of Korah to the choir. I'm reading the English Standard Version. It says, O God, we have heard with our ears, our fathers have told us what deeds you performed in their days, in the days of old. It says, you with your own hands drove out the nations, but them you planted. You afflicted the peoples, but then you set free. For not by their own sword did they win the land, nor did their own arms save them, but your right hand and your arm and the light of your face, for you delighted in them. So it's saying, God, we remember what you've done for us in the past, right? The people of Israel, you took us out of bondage, and it wasn't by their own sword, it wasn't by their own hand that they did any of this. They're like, we're giving credit where it's due, right? God, you're the one that did it. It was your hand that did it. And then he says, you are my king, O God, ordained salvation for Jacob. Through you we push down our foes. Through your name we tread down those who rise up against us. For not in my bow do I trust, nor can my own sword save me. But you have saved us from our foes and have put us to shame with those who hate us. In God we have boasted continually, and we will give thanks to your name forever. So more praises. Like, Lord, my trust is not in my bow, Lord, it's all in you. There's nothing that I can do, Lord, it's all you. But then verse 9, it's like switch it. He says, but you have rejected us and you've disgraced us. And it says, you have not gone out with our enemies. You have made us to turn back from the foe, and those who hate us have gotten spoiled. You have made us like the sheep for slaughter, and have scattered us among the nations. You have sold your people for a trifle, demanding no high price for them. You made us the taunt of our neighbors, the derision and scorn of those around us. You have made us a byword among the nations, a laughing stock among the people. All day long my disgrace is before me, and my shame has covered my face, at the sound of the taunter and reviler, at the sight of the enemy and the avenger. So he's saying, like, after all this, Lord, we praise you. We know what you've done for us in the past, but now where you at? Like, you've disgraced us. Look at us. Like, they're making fun of us. Everybody sees us and ridicules us. Why? Because, like, we're suffering. And it's like, where you at now? All that you've done in the past, okay, but what about now? Where you at? And then verse 17, he says, all this came upon us, though we have not forgotten you, and we have not been false to your covenant. Our heart has not turned back, nor have our steps departed from your way, yet you have broken us in the place of jackals, and covered us with the shadow of death. Right? So he's saying, this is all coming upon us even though we did nothing wrong. Like, I would get it if we sinned, but we didn't. He's saying we stayed true to your covenant. Our hearts never turned from you. And that's what he's saying, yeah, we're still suffering. And they knew, like, the Mosaic covenant, right? With the Mosaic law that God said that if they kept the commandments, that he would bless them. And if they didn't, then he would curse them. And they're like, but we never strayed from it. Our hearts never turned. We've been good, Lord. Why is this happening? And then he said, verse 20, if we had forgotten the name of our God, or spread out our hands to a foreign God, would God not discover this? For he knows the secrets of the heart. Yet for your sake we are killed all the day long. We are regarded as sheep to be slaughtered. He's like, I would get it if we turned, if we went to another God and this happened to us. But Lord, you know the secrets of the heart. You know we didn't do that. And that's what he's saying. And then he says, verse 23 says, awake, why are you sleeping, O Lord? Rouse yourself, do not reject us forever. Why do you hide your face? Why do you forget our affliction and oppression? For our soul is bowed down to the dust. Our belly clings to the ground. Rise up, come to our help. Redeem us for the sake of your steadfast love. And that's how it ends, right? He says, Lord, why are you asleep? Wake up. You're not here. Why do you just forget our affliction and our oppression? All right, where are you at? All right, I read this because in my life, okay, I'm going to talk how I used to be. Right? I mentioned this last week, and it wasn't even like a year ago, but this came about because Tuesday Angel put me on her Facebook, and so I was like, okay, let me see the comments and stuff, right? But while I was scrolling, I saw somebody's post, and they said, like, I've never been happier in my life, right? And life just keeps getting better. And it just blew my mind because I know the dude, and he's not like a believer, like at all. And that just blew my mind because, like, in my mind, that thought is inconceivable. Like, I can't imagine being happy if I didn't have God. And I say this because last year, I was a senior, and I had, like, the most fun year of my life. Like, it was, every single day it was fun. And I had off periods, I had 3 off periods. I would get there late to school, and I would leave early, and it was fun. And all my friends, every day we would laugh. It was just fun. And I remember, I think I mentioned this one time, one day, it was March back in last year. One of these days, I remember, it was so full, and it was such a perfect day. And I went to school, and everything was fun. I snuck my friend out in my car, and it was fun, and we didn't get caught. We were laughing. We went to eat, and then that night we had a volleyball tournament at the school. And then after that, we went to eat again with my friends. It was so fun. It was such a perfect day. But I remember when I got to my car right after we ate, I felt just empty. And I was like, what the heck, God? I had such a full, perfect day. Like, today was so fun. But why do I feel nothing? Why do I feel empty? I was like, I wish I felt sad. Like, I wish I felt down. I wish I could cry. But I can't. And that's how I used to always be. Like, I always tell y'all that I used to be emotionless. Y'all might not believe me now, but that's true. And if y'all knew me, like, I really was. Like, I was emotionless. Like, I was cold. And I remember when I would get like that, I would feel empty. I'd be like, God, I want to cry, but I don't feel nothing. Like, I can't cry. I feel nothing. I'll be so, like, numb. And that's how, like, at the end of the year, last year, senior year, it just got worse and worse. And I remember I would just lay in my bed, and sometimes I had no motivation to do anything, and I would just sit there, and I was like, man, like, there's nothing, I didn't want to do anything. And it would just get like that. I would just be so numb. I was like, God, I wish I could cry. And it had been years since I felt anything. I was like, I wish I could just feel something. Right? And then fast forward to now, right? Now that God started working on me, because that started like in August, and then from then on, it's just been slowly, it's just been working on me. And the Bible says in Ezekiel that he will replace your stony heart, right? And he will replace it with the heart of flesh. And that's true, because now, I told y'all a few weeks ago how now, like, I feel drawn. When I come to the church, like, I just feel like, I feel it in my heart. And I mentioned that a few weeks ago, and I was like, it's kind of like a little pain, and that was 3 weeks ago, and that was when it was very faint. And now this week, I felt that like never before. Like that, what I felt then is nothing compared to what I felt now. And Monday was this week. Monday was a good day. But I remember at night I started to feel it while we were having dinner with my mom, and I just started feeling. I was like, man, I need to get alone. Like I need to go to church. And I asked my mom. She's like, no, it's too late. So I was like, dang. And she was asking if we wanted to do Bible study, and I was like, I mean, not really. Like I was feeling it. And so I went with them for a little bit, but when I went to my room, I started I was like, God, what the heck is this? There's nothing wrong. Everything in my life is fine, but I don't know why I feel this way. And I was just listening to David Wilkerson. He's like my favorite preacher on YouTube, and I was just listening to him and following along with my Bible, and I was like, God, where you at? Speak to me, do something, God. And Jesus, I was praying, and I fell asleep, and I didn't get an answer, right? And I remember I woke up Tuesday, renewed strength. And so I thought, wow, weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I felt good. I was like, thank God. And so that day, Tuesday was a really good day. That's when Angel posted me. We were having a fun time at the office. And then my dad even came with me and Shell went to my dad's. We were helping him out with the yard. It was fun. But right after that, we went to Sonic, and I was starting to feel it again. I was like, dang it, what the heck, me and Shell and my dad, I was starting to feel it. When I feel it, I feel like I have to seclude myself. And then I started to just put on my headphones, and I was just letting Rochelle and my dad talk. And then I was like, okay. And right after that, it was barely 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. And I just drove my sister home, and I just dropped her off. I was like, okay, I need to go. I need to go. And so while I was driving here, I started to just feel it more and more, just more intense, and just driving by in Clue. I was already starting to feel it. I was like, God, hold up, just wait till I get to church. Just wait till I get there. And then when I finally pulled up, I came in. Usually I just put on the music, and I come and anoint myself with the oil. And I put on the music, and I didn't even make it to the oil because it just hit me all of a sudden. I don't know why. And that's what blows my mind, because I don't know why. But I just broke down, and just right there, and I just wept. And I don't get it. And I was like, God, what is this? It hurts. It's a pain. It's a heaviness. And I was like, God, what is this? Why do I feel this way? God, today was so fun. Well, I was like, why, what is this? And then I finally anointed myself, and then for just hours I was here, and it just kept coming, and it kept coming. I was like, okay, and usually I feel that. I've been feeling this for a couple weeks now, or a few weeks, and every time I feel that, I usually have the ability to say, okay, Lord, if this is what it takes for you to draw me, if I must be broken, then okay, then so be it. It sucks and it hurts, but if this has to happen, then okay. And I pray that every time I feel that, and I feel like God tests me, and I'm like, God, I remember what I said. If this is what it takes, then okay. But I was saying that at the beginning when I first got here, the first hour or two, and then it started. I thought, okay, I was like, okay, this is done. My eyes were dry. I was like, okay, there's probably no more left. And I stayed here a little bit longer, and then just another wave, and just hit me, and it was even worse than the first, and it was so painful. I didn't even have the conscious ability to even say that. What I usually pray, God, if I must be broken, then okay. I didn't even have the ability to do that. And I just nothing but just raw emotion just started coming out of me, and I was like, okay, God, I'm done. I can't do this. This is too much. I was like, this pain is, it's too much. I can't do this. And then I started quoting Jeremiah 20. I was like, Lord, you've deceived me. Lord, you are stronger than I am. You've prevailed against me. I was like, God, you tricked me. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I knew Luke 14. I knew what the Bible says. I knew we were gonna be afflicted, but I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I didn't know that you wouldn't be with me. I feel this, and I'm like, God, but I'm calling out to you. Why don't I feel you? Where you at? And it blew. That made me. I was so mad. I was like, God, why? Right? Your word, he says, your word is a derision unto me. I was like, God, the more that I seek you, the more I try, the deeper I go with you, Lord, the harder I seek, and it leaves me worse. Every week I feel like it just leaves me worse. I'm like, God, why? I feel farther from you when I do that, and I don't get it. I was mad. I was pissed. I was like, God, why? And that's why I read this. I was like, because God, the more that I try, I didn't stray, my heart never turned, but where you at? Why are you asleep? And I remember I stayed, and I was just weeping. I've never cried so hard in my life. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong in my life. Everything was good, but I've never felt that. Even when the closest person to me that died was my grandpa, right? My dad's dad, and that was 6 years ago. But I remember I didn't even cry at the funeral. I cried after everyone, just when I was by myself. But even that was nothing compared to just the pain that I felt Tuesday. I didn't. And I left, and it was the same, and I could have stayed and cried for like hours longer. I still felt it when I walked out, and I was like, what the heck? And then I went home, and I was like, and I went to sleep just hoping for something. Like, God, speak to me, give me something. Like, don't just break me and then just leave me here. And then nothing. And then Wednesday I woke up, and I just felt, I didn't feel like renewed. I just felt the same. I was like, what the heck? Why? Alright, but when we feel like that, that's why in Psalms 43, he says, like, why are you cast down on my soul? Like, why are you in turmoil within me? But then he has to encourage himself. But he says, but hope in God. For I shall again praise him, right? My salvation and my God. He's like, I don't know why my soul feels this way, right? Why my soul is in turmoil within me, but hope in God. And it repeats that. Because I know I'm going to praise him again. He's my salvation. He's my God, right? And I read like a couple weeks ago, Psalms 34. And then especially, it's all about like deliverance. In Psalm 34:19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. And I was like, I know that. And I have to just hold on to that. Even when I don't feel you, God. Like, I know you're dealing with me, but I'll call to you and I'll get no answer. I don't feel you, but okay, I'm still gonna, I gotta be strong. And then even Psalms 27, where he says, the very last verse, wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Right, and that's how every week I always feel like at the beginning, I feel like drained. Mondays are always the worst. I always feel far, and every single week I feel like I cried to God and nothing. I'm bye. And usually just slowly by the end of the week I start to just feel more and more. And I've always heard my mom and just people say oh, I feel the presence of God, oh, I feel the Holy Spirit. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what that is. I've never felt that. But now I'm okay, I know that that's God. And on Fridays, usually at the end of the week, I start to feel my spirit renewed. And these past 2 weeks, especially on Friday, when I started coming to church, I was okay, I already feel it. I already know it's gonna be good when I get there. And I feel it. It always is. I'm that's God. That's the Holy Spirit. And I was man, okay, he's taking me. I'm okay, I can feel it now. And that could be anybody, right? That could be you. We just gotta seek him and get shut in with him in his presence. And we just do that. And at first, when I first would come here, it was a chore. I would just talk about my day with God because I didn't know what to pray about, and I didn't know what to say. But now, he will work on you. He will increase you. And then I'll read Psalm 65:4 because he says, "Blessed is the man whom you choose." Right? Yeah. Thou chooses and causes to approach unto thee. Right? He will cause you to approach unto thee. I was God, I don't know why I feel this way, but I know that that's you causing me to draw to you. Because if you didn't break me down like this, then I wouldn't come like I do. And I wouldn't feel it to come like I do. So thank you, that you do that to me. That's why it says that he may dwell in thy courts. Right? That we shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even of thy holy temple. And like I said, how I used to be, I remember I would have so much fun, but behind it I was I was miserable. But compared to now, it seems every day I suffer. It seems every day I feel far and I'm broken. But behind it, I've never been so content, so happy in my life. Truly, I'm telling you, it's awesome. Even though I suffer, even though I feel on the surface it's hard every single day, but I've never been so content in my life. Amen. And that's what he says when he says to count the cost, you're gonna suffer, right? But it's a joyful thing, right? The joy of the Lord is my